Methodist Central Hall Westminster may sit next door to the Houses of Parliament and have within its shadow some of the most expensive property in the world, but there's also poverty here. In the basement of the church is a Catholic charity called the St Vincent's Family Project that reaches out to parents with young children. Connie Fisher has been finding out about the work they do.
Everyone here has a different story to tell. They come from a huge variety of countries and cultures, but whatever their background, when they walk in here, they're guaranteed a very warm welcome.
Hello, Connie. Hello, Connie.
As well as being a playgroup, the charity offers help and support to parents, and Sika leads the team of workers and volunteers here.
I remember when I got children, you can just panic, be anxious, and really lose sleep and lose your health of it. So when you have a place like this, they say, okay, I'll just pop to St. Vincent. And when you open the door of a place and everybody knows your name and everybody welcomes you, say, okay, I belong in there.
At the play groups that we normally go to, you go there, you play, and then you go, you leave, and that's it. But here that we kind of like build up relationship with them, they're like a friend to us, like family basically.
We can see that poverty is rising. We have pockets of deprivation on 3 big estates in here. Actually, one of the estates that is just down the road in Pimlico, Churchill Garden Estate, is one of the most deprived estates in a country in UK.
The charity may be dealing with 21st century problems, but its origins lie 400 years ago with St. Vincent.
Well, St. Vincent was a 17th century priest who was responding to the needs within his area. He basically was an organizer. He's actually the patron saint of charity. And so St. Vincent is now the inspiration for our work of charity and responding to people's needs.
As well as the family drop-in, they run several classes, including the popular parenting advice sessions.
And for praise to work, it needs to be short, descriptive. So she tidied all the toys up. How going to praise?
Thank you very much. You tidying the toy and put it in the box. Well done. Keep an eye on it.
Well done. That's a really good example.
This is a Christian charity. We don't hide the fact that we're a Christian charity. And it isn't up to us to decide what someone's faith journey is. We leave that up to God, really, in the end. And if some way at the end of this road that people think that they have seen the Lord working here, well, then we'll leave that up to them.
I live my faith by helping other people, to see good in them, to recognize what they can do, to give them love and to give them acceptance, and never ever to judge them or dismiss anybody.
I'm a single mom. I got 3 children. Born in Sierra Leone. Back home in my country, it used to be a war, the Arabian War. Not for me.
It was just very nice, to come and meet other moms, share things, ideas,
We're a Catholic charity, but we're also housed within a Methodist church. And actually the Methodist minister said to me that God is already here, God is already working, and we just have to show up. So we're just waiting for the people to show up, and then we serve.
centrepiece here at Methodist Central Hall is the glorious organ with 4,000 pipes. This piece is by the composer Dr. William Lloyd Webber. He was the music director here for 24 years and is the late father of famous sons Andrew and Julian Lloyd Webber. Sit down. Well, listening to that, Julian, must bring back memories of your childhood.
It really does, because I was about 9 when my father got the job here as the music director and also the organist. So every Sunday morning I used to come with my mother and we used to go to the services, occasionally evening services too, and they were extraordinary times.
What do you remember as a child about the sermons here then?
They were actually not too long. I remember that. They were very sort of audience friendly, and I learnt a lot from them even at that age.
Now, your father wrote lots of music, but he didn't really get the recognition he deserved until after his death. Why was that?
It was his own fault, basically, because he hid all his music away. His music is very, very romantic, but he basically hid it away because he thought it was too romantic to get any kind of approval from the critics at the time. I mean, he was right. It was music that was completely out of step with the time it was written. And it was only after he died that I was able to find out just how much he'd written.
So he did that to avoid the critics. He didn't want people to criticise him.
I think he went on writing a lot of church music because he had to write music. He was a very instinctive musician, and church music didn't get reviewed.
He obviously had a big influence on you and your brother Andrew, because you both went into music and you've had both really successful careers.
Yes, he was a slightly remote figure, though, in a way. I mean, he went on and he did all the things he did. He was director of the London College of Music, taught at the Royal College, was director here. We knew he was a really brilliant musician, but he didn't push or interfere. We could choose whatever we liked, and there was all kinds of music that we heard all the time. Musicals, rock and roll, Beethoven, Prokofiev, the lot. And I think that's probably why Andrew and me went in different ways. We weren't particularly pressurised to go in any way or do music at all.
Now, our next hymn is Love Divine, and that's a hymn your dad really liked.
Yes, he really did. I remember hearing it here. He even did a version himself. But this is the Blind Wen tune that we hear today.
A variety of music has always been heard here at Methodist Central Hall, and today the service includes Jazz Vespers, a group run by saxophonist Dan Forshaw.